Coming up on After Dark, Melissa O'Neill, Alex Milari Jr. and Gabby Meza join Zoie Palmer to dish on tonight's backstabbing and butt-kicking. 2 and Rio go head-to-head in hand-to-hand combat. Android loses control. And 5 saves the day with the help of hot chocolate. Plus a sneak peek from next week's Dark Matter. Don't get spaced. After Dark starts right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Zoie Palmer and welcome to another episode of After Dark. Back on the couch tonight is Raz's fierce leader to Melissa O'Neill and our bad boy emperor of Zyron, Rio Ishida, Alex Milari Jr. Hello. And also joining us from Mexico, international journalist Gabby Meza. Welcome everybody.
Gracias.
So, Rio makes a hell of a return.
Welcome, Your Excellency.
It's nice to be back.
How do you prepare for Rio's revenge?
It's just remembering his intention, and that's to save his people and to honor his lineage.
Do you ever have to shake Rio off when you go home?
No, I don't. I'm not a good shaker.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you do? Thrust him off? How do you?
I thrust him off.
You
That's
thrust
exactly
him.
it. I
You go
thrust him
home
and then I
thrust
space
him straight off.
And then that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it works out really well.
There it is.
It works.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fight scene between you two, because it was pretty intense. Talk about that fight.
Well, I had to catch her and throw her. That was the most horrific thing that I had to do because I don't like harming women. It's not something that should be done. It's just
because
weird.
being lifted as a woman is like anxiety ridden.
Okay. Totally.
No, that fight was amazing. It was like 7. I don't know, in the long form, because it's actually a cut version on the show. And the sequence that they cut out was a part that was the most intimate part of the fight, where we're kind of like barreled up against the wall and we're speaking this close to each other.
So let's talk a little bit about the room we're in right now. Because the room we're in right now is the room where this fight took place.
Yeah, you know what, the cool thing about the fight was that John kind of choreographed it all in one direction. Like everyone was very pleased with him that day because it was a huge sequence and we only used half of this room, but the fight looks like expansive. It looks like it takes up a ton of space and he really utilized the levels. And like this whole corner actually is where a ton of the action happened. It's where Anita and Alex did that big silhouette sequence all the way across and where Alex, this got changed up, but Alex like went on the repeller.
I did.
That
and
was
my
really scary actually.
finger just took a nice little snap off.
Did it really? Did it get busted?
I put it back, yeah.
Oh, gross, Alex.
The mastermind behind the stunts.
My name is John Stead, and I'm the stunt coordinator on Dark Matter, Season 3. In episode 308, which you've just seen, there's a fight scene between 2 and Rio, which I was very pleased to have directed. Alex and stunt double did a huge runner ending in a high fall coming off the top of a balcony. They made it look easy. Got it in 2 takes, but there's a thing in the industry now about doing my own stunts, and what does that really mean? Doing a fight scene does not necessarily mean doing your own stunts. A stunt might be a fight scene up to the moment of getting kicked backwards through a railing, and you do a high fall, which is the stunt aspect of the fight scene. We have very good stunt doubles as well, so if there's certain things that the cast member's not able to do quite as well as the stunt performer, if there's a risk factor, I'll bring in the stunt double, but we get some great action out of our cast.
Well, there you go. Thank you guys for making us look so good.
I really enjoyed this episode. I loved the fight. But I thought when you felt on the, I don't know, this big box that you were dead, I was like, no! Because you never know who's gonna die on this show, which is amazing. I really like this about the show.
Imagine being an actor on it.
Yeah, I really like that any of you could die
at any moment.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like reading the script, like my name's still there.
foreheads.
Do you think that Rio, maybe more for you, is this ruthless guy, or do you think there's still a little bit of humanity left in him?
She felt that way, that he was ruthless, up until the point that she found out that he didn't do it.
I didn't even know she was dead until the android told me during your attack on my research station.
And this ties into something, I think, later, but that's also why she doesn't kill his clone, because she doesn't feel the need to exact her revenge because what she was being a vigilante for isn't actually true. Like, I think he still poses a logistical threat with regards to what we're trying to accomplish and what he's trying to accomplish. But I think in the absence of Nix's death being his responsibility, he becomes just another person who's trying to do the best he can for his own reasons.
So you get it.
Yeah.
Two gets it.
Exactly.
It feels like both Rio and Toon know that there isn't going to be ultimately a happy ending here. Does it feel like there'll be more bloodshed?
Well, are we allowed to say?
I know. I was about to say, like, when you asked that, I immediately started thinking about the finale and like where everything kind of ends, and it's like, who knows what's going to happen at that point. But
None of us in this room.
Yeah, no kidding. But I don't know, probably. I mean, the way our show goes, yeah.
Seems like there might be the odd bit of blood
just
droplets here and
just a little dribbles.
And what about the House of Ishida? How is it faring in the war at this point?
Oh, they're failing.
They're failing.
Yeah, they're absolutely failing. They're on a very, very thin rope at this point, back against the wall, and he's starting to break down, and you can see it in Rio. He's constantly questioning things. He's constantly asking Teku, constantly asking Misaki, and he has no idea how to get out of this.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes with Anthony Lemke.
So welcome to the mess. But it's not only the mess, it's also For's gym. So whenever you see people at the gym having a fight, training, whatever, that's this room as well. A number of the shows will end with a dinner scene, just like you guys at the end of the day. We'll all sit down at this table and we'll all eat together and talk about the day. When we end up with those moments where all of us are after, almost having died here or saving this person there or blowing up a planet here, we end up back at this table with 3 eating way too much and almost everyone else not eating very much. But the idea is it's family and we're bringing ourselves together.
Well, there you go, a little peek into our dark matter world. Well, let's look to you, Gabby. I mean, do you have some questions for our gang here?
Yes, your character, Android, gets hacked, so you're acting like evil-ish.
Yes, evil-ish.
So how do you like better? What do you enjoy more? Like playing Android, being nice, playing like
anytime I can
evil?
switch it up. Like I like it when the android's particularly trying to please the crew or emulate something she's watched them do. But I also love to play anything. I mean, playing evil or all of it. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Mexico and I think in Latin America, they want to know what's the thing that you really want the fans to see.
I feel like at the end of this season, everyone is kind of on some really bizarre, uncharted paths. Like, it's a cliffhanger, but not in the way that we've done it before and the way other shows have done it. It feels situational and character-based. Like, people are left hanging in these emotional or physical states that you want to turn the page, like, right away. Yeah. Our characters have a really interesting thread.
Discovery that I think will be, the fans will appreciate.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put that one. Yeah.
Spoiler!
Subtle.
Tell us something about you all that nobody knows. You. Do you have a middle name?
It's Crystal with a C.
Yeah. Melissa Crystal
O'Neill. Well, I'm Zap.
Zap?
Yeah.
That's way cooler.
Zoie Palmer. Zap.
Oh, I thought you said Zap was your middle name.
Like my parents were fully on acid?
Zoe Zap.
Okay. What about, tell us one quality that your character has that you wish that you had in real life.
I'm gonna go with the easy route. I'm gonna say regenerative nanites would be pretty awesome to have.
Right. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but no, those are good.
I think an empire would be cool.
You want your own empire?
I would love an empire. I think I would make a wonderful emperor.
And I just wish I had a blue onesie. I could just...
Bad liar.
One zip per day. Just zip up and zip down once a day. Okay, we love sharing special previews with you guys, so here's a look at next week's Dark Matter episode.
I've spent the last 48 hours analyzing the blink drive, and am still no closer to a solution. I don't know why it's self-initiated or how to repair it.
So what are our options?
We're running low on supplies.
Then I suggest we set a course to the only recorded civilization of this time period, Terra Prime Earth. It's difficult to pinpoint, but I believe we'll be visiting somewhere in the early 21st century.
What is that, the dawn of civilization? They even have flush toilets?
Okay, Android. We're going to Earth.
So we are out of time, friends. Thank you again to our very special guests, Alex and Melissa, and of course, Gabby, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, fans, you can check out even more behind-the-scenes videos and bonus interviews with our cast and crew on your local Sci-Fi website. Join us here next week for more After Dark. Bye.